What is up? Duct Tape Dynasty is back in its Stanley Cup edition. How's everybody doing? It is what? Tuesday night, I guess. This is a bit odd. We usually go Thursdays, but why not on a Tuesday? Dave said, let's do Tuesday, and this is Dave's show, by the way. We are doing a hockey broadcast. We decided, hey, we're going to go out and we're going to do, for the Stanley Cup. I think the Stanley Cup is deserving enough to have a Stanley Cup podcast for. So that is what this is, and that is the music that I forgot to shut off. Come on, people. If only we had a producer, stuff like that wouldn't happen. Unfortunately, I'm the producer. So stuff like that's going to keep happening. Anyway, I'm Duct Tape Dude, so this is the other thing we missed.
I'm the dude.
There it is. And I've got Duct Tape Dave actually on the line with us tonight. So let me fade him over and say welcome, Duct Tape Dave. How are you, brother?
Yo, what's up? We're live from sunny Las Vegas.
No. Yeah, no. Where are you then? I mean, it looks like Vegas.
I'm in Great Falls.
Oh, Montana.
Yeah.
So like
It's nice
Vegas.
to say that.
Hey, it's like Vegas, but different. Hey,
Right.
nice jersey, bro. What is that
Yeah.
about?
I don't know.
What is that about? That is sick. I think there was an unveil, a reveal that happened during our last broadcast, which your dad was on. I think we had kind of a hockey broadcast. Is that right? Was that a hockey one? I don't know what we were doing, but
Yeah,
we
we
had your
talked-
dad on, and we did some stuff. You surprised us with the Duct Tape Dynasty jersey, and yeah, I am wearing. There it is.
The leader of cola.
Liter of cola. I'm wearing mine as well, brother. Thank you very, very much. The flashlights are in the mail. Well, okay, they're coming with your sister here in a week or so, or whenever they're coming out. But anyway, yeah, so we decided, hey, let's try and do a Stanley Cup podcast, because not that we really have a ton to add to the Stanley Cup, because our team, unfortunately, is now out as of last night. We are both Dallas Stars fans, although you can't tell because Dave is a turncoat and is now wearing Las Vegas stuff. But
Gotta keep it in the West, man.
yeah. I think, honestly, well, I'm pulling for Vegas. Boy, I don't know, though. What do you think? What do you think, man? What do you think of the matchup? Unfortunately, it's not our Stars, but neither of these teams have won the Cup before. Is that right?
That's correct. What do I think of the matchup? First, let's go back a step. What do I think of the playoffs? I think this has by far probably been one of the best playoffs that I can remember.
We've got to look up, like, honestly, and I'm sorry to interrupt, but we owe it to the people, to our fans, to our 72 subscribers. I think we're at 72. I haven't checked to see if anybody's left us lately. But
Yeah, we might have just lost one.
yeah, who knows, man? We're approaching that 100 mark, so we can get our YouTube button when we do that 1,000 more times. 100,000. You get a YouTube button. You bet we're going for it. Right now, we're just shy of 100. Well, we're 28 shy of 100. Anyway, whatever. We're having fun. We're not here to get famous. We're just here to have fun. So now I don't even remember what I was talking about. Hey, Luke is on. What's up, dude? How are you, brother? I have your United 93 thing, like, right over there. Well, it's in the closet. Whatever. But, yeah, I got to put that in the mail for you. So, Luke, good to see you, brother. Katie, hey, what's up? It's good to see you as well. And thank you both for jumping on with us. Thank you, anybody else who's out there who hasn't commented yet or who will watch this later. But, so what, dude, I just went down 4 rabbit holes in a span of 10 seconds. What were we talking about? We said Vegas.
Well, we're talking about Vegas and Florida and the whole playoffs. But hold on. Hey,
Oh,
Luke,
I interrupted you. And then, oh, dude, shut up, Leet. Okay, go. You just go.
Well, I was just telling Luke he'll get his stuff when I get my flashlights. They're in the mail.
That's
Don't worry about it.
uncalled
He'll get
for. That's uncalled for. It's seriously,
okay,
it's in the
so-
closet. Anyway, whatever.
Yeah. The playoffs, man. I don't remember watching playoffs that were as good and that kept me into it as much as this playoffs. That is phenomenal. And both two teams absolutely deserve to be here. You got the eighth seeded, or how they do it now, the second wild card, Florida Panthers, going against Vegas Golden Knights. Vegas knocking off the Stanley Cup, defending Stanley Cup champion Colorado Avalanche. And then you got Florida knocking off Boston, the President Trophy winner. The record-breaking year
Yes,
for Boston,
dude.
knocking them out the first round, coming back 3-1, from 3-1, knocking them out of the playoffs in Game 7. It's just both teams deserve to be where they are. I think it's going to be. I think it's going to be a great series. I don't think it's going to be easy for either team. That's for sure.
I'd agree. And now I remember what I interrupted you for. Now, sorry about that, but it'll happen again. And now I'm losing why I interrupted you. No, the amount of times we've had overtime for these playoffs, is it a record? We've got to look that up. We owe it to, as I said, our 72 subscribers, and then went down a rabbit hole. But, dude, there have been so many overtimes, and we had, what, a quadruple overtime at one time?
Yeah.
Sixth
longest.
longest?
What was it, the sixth longest game in NHL history for overtimes? Yeah.
Dude, insane. I mean, it seems like every night there was an overtime game, until it got down to there were only two teams playing, which is this last series. Even that, we had an overtime game not too long ago. Yeah. So, I mean, dude, wow. There were so many overtimes. So this, I think NHL for as far as ratings probably go and as far as viewership, or I don't think NHL probably could ask for anything more than what they've got out of these playoffs so far, and it ain't over yet.
Right, I completely agree. And hopefully this playoff run helped the ratings. For some people that don't really know hockey, I get it's a little hard to watch on TV if you don't know what's going on. But I think they've done a lot of steps to help that. So hopefully they keep getting better with it, and it draws more fans in.
Yeah. I mean, you want to talk about, okay, the NBA has remained solid. I'm not much of an NBA guy, but they've remained solid throughout. The NFL, as we know, is absolute king and dominates everything, and rightfully so. Their product is phenomenal. And so it's been NHL and MLB that have been like, the stepchildren that are trying to catch up, for lack of a better term. Sorry if I offended anyone with that one, but, you know what I mean? It's like, they've struggled for ratings, and I think NHL this postseason is definitely going to help with them. MLB took a major step, and not to go down an MLB rabbit hole, but with this time clock thing and speeding up the games, I think they're really taking a step in the right direction. I don't like it personally, but I get it, and I think it's the right move to keep the ratings up, or at least get some back, because MLB is almost dead. NHL has done okay, and I think this, like I said, beating a dead horse now. They really got it this year. This was awesome so far, and I can't wait. I cannot wait for the Cup. I mean, this is good. It starts Saturday night, right? Is that when we start?
Saturday, baby. Yep, in Vegas.
In Vegas, dude. So okay. Actually, before we get to predictions and talking a little more about the Cup, I actually wanted to throw a shout out to, we've put it out on social media, but I think she is deserving enough to be mentioned on here and thanked, etc. The other woman in my life, I just want to go ahead and put this out there. Photo's going to come out, folks. There is another woman in my life. Clip it. This is live on the internet. I hope my wife is watching. Anyway, we're about to do the reveal here of the other woman in my life. But yes, Millie, my service dog, Millie, is the other woman in my life, and she is absolutely wonderful. But Millie, after 9 years of faithful service, Millie is going to be retiring after this Sunday at church. So I wanted to throw throw a shout out to my service dog. I know she doesn't understand or will probably even see what is going on here, but I think she's deserving. I mean, incredible dog. Has been at it for 9 years. She actually picked me out when she was 8 weeks old, and training began literally that day. And so her whole life has been in service to me and me specifically. And she has taken me from an absolute dark place. As everybody knows, I'm a veteran, whatever. I've struggled with PTSD. Millie is a PTSD dog. And she took me from a state where I was essentially bedridden to now. I mean, I'm not replacing Millie. There's not going to be another service dog after Millie. So, originally, when I actually thought about and was consulting folks like the professionals about getting a service dog, I actually ran into somebody who kind of was trying to shy me against it, and he said, "Well, a service dog is just a crutch," and so the service dog, you're going to outlive the service dog. And so then what are you going to do when the crutch goes away? And so that guy actually tried turning me off of it. And I'm glad I didn't listen to him. And that's no shade to him. I mean, he didn't know, and every situation is different. But at least for me, Millie took me from a place where I was essentially bedridden. I mean, super dark place to where I don't even need her anymore in a service dog capacity. And so just wanted to shout her out and say thanks for her faithful service, 9 years. Now, folks, some folks were like, oh my God, what's going to happen to Millie? Millie will live in the absolute lap of luxury at home now and just soak up the soft beds and eat as much as she possibly can and not have to worry about wandering around, and her bones are getting a little old and tired. But anyway, okay. So I went on for quite a while, but she is more than deserving. So I wanted to say thanks to my service dog, Millie, who you've met and love. And yeah, anyway, so there you go. I know it's a little bit weird, but there you have it.
No, I mean, yeah, also thanks, Millie. And I'm sure everybody that knows you personally knows the impact Millie had on you and are thankful for her. Probably more so Mary than anybody.
Oh gosh, yeah.
But no, I'm glad that she helped you with what you needed, and it's awesome. She can just relax and enjoy the rest of her life.
Yeah. So she's gonna enjoy a lot of treats, and actually, she is now kind of like Mom's service dog, even though Mom doesn't need a service dog. But Millie is definitely taken to Mom in these last couple of years while I've been working from home and obviously didn't need her as much. Anyway, so that's that. Anyway, fade it back, Lee. Let's move on. So, all right, here we are. NHL Stanley Cup, as I put in our description, the Stanley Cup finals. But before, now I say before again, before we actually get to predictions of how you think this is going to go down, I do want to, I'm going to call something up here about, yes, the gong. That is exactly what it was. No, I wanted to pull up we have something about Sergei Bobrovsky that I believe you want to talk about. This is an absolutely insane stat. And now it is scrolling across the bottom of the screen. I know you can't see it, brother, but it is, I assure you. He reportedly lost over 20 pounds in Game 5 versus the Maple Leafs and typically loses 15 to 20 pounds every game anyway. Are you kidding me? This is, by the way, the goalie for the Florida Panthers, for anybody who might not know. Go ahead, please tell us.
I don't know if you've ever seen Sergei Bobrovsky, but he is a twig.
Absolute twig.
You can't tell underneath all that gear, but he is skin and bone.
Or at least he is after the game.
For him losing that amount of weight every game, it's crazy. And I don't know how they weighed that, if that's the difference from the weight of his gear when he started, because it's got to be something to do with that. You would think, because you're sweating that much, your gear is going to get weighed down. So I'm not quite sure what they're going off of, but that's just an unreal stat. It shows you how incredible these guys' bodies are to be able to go through this game in, game out. I mean, it's unreal. I mean, it's the best sport alive.
And we're talking about, I mean, the goalie, right? Which everybody thinks, oh man, the goalie, he just stands back there and he doesn't really have to do much. Okay, the puck comes down and he might have to fall on the ground a little bit, blah, blah, blah. No. Those boys are working. Those boys are working. That's the same kind of argument that you get about outfielders in baseball. Oh, they just stand there and wait, and until the ball comes, nothing happens. Boy, I was an outfielder. I have never moved so much in my life as a batter that didn't even swing. I mean, I could go on about that someday, another day, whatever. But yeah, that is insane. I mean, you look at him, and I wanted to put the pictures up here, but I don't want another copyright whatever strike thing. We got a copyright. This was so weird for our F1 podcast with the FTF1 guys. And I looked it up and went into the whatever I could figure out about it. It was for 1 second was the copyright claim. And I went and listened to it, and it was like in the middle of somebody's just speech, like they're just talking. It was like, what? It wasn't a sound bite. It wasn't anything. And so it has a little feature. It's like, well, just mute that. You could select to mute the segment or whatever, because maybe it's 3 minutes long. No, this is 1 second. So somewhere in the video, there's a 1 second, and then whatever. Wow. Anyway, so I didn't want to put the pictures of Sergey up there because of that. But yeah, I mean, you look at that guy, you go, well, he doesn't have 20 pounds to lose, bro. Yeah, I know, right? Like, we're pretty soon not going to be able to wear our gear, whatever. He doesn't look like he has 20 pounds to lose. I mean, the guy looks like he's 110 pounds to begin with.
Right. Yeah. Unreal. I mean,
yeah.
It's a crazy stat. It'd be funny to figure out how much the players lose.
Oh my gosh.
And if you watch Sergei Bobrovsky, I mean, he's got to go through, I would say, at least 6 water bottles a game to a period.
Oh, yeah.
He's squirting it all over himself. He's drinking it. It's crazy.
Yeah, and I mean the gear is hot, but you are also, I mean, think about it. All the fans and on there, that place is pretty well cooled because there's this ice thing that they got to play on. Right. So anyway, it just, point is that boy is working back there. He is absolutely working. What a dog, man. Holy cow. And yeah, the boys that are skating, I mean, if you haven't met a hockey player before, holy cow, some of the most insanely in shape people on earth. I mean, geez, it's basically sprint. Yeah, well, the retirees can. Is it like in the NFL? All the retirees, they lose a bunch of weight. All those linemen, afterwards, once that metabolism starts to slow back down and take a rest and take a breath, then some things can develop from there. So anyway, so the Stanley Cup Finals. Tell us about it, brother. What do you think's going to happen? We're starting off Saturday night in Vegas. How's this going to go down? I mean, I want to say Golden Knights because I want the Golden Knights, but boy, those Panthers were pretty stinking dominant, and they've been rested.
Yeah, Panthers definitely got the rest. If you look at it, they went 1-1 in the regular season, so they each got a win in the regular season. So that right there, it's only 2 games, but it tells me it's going to be a dogfight. I think I'm going to have to go. I think I'm going to have to go with Vegas winning it in 6. So winning it in Florida is my prediction. I think it's. Hold on a second. We're outside. We got bees chasing the kids.
All right, you go tend to that, and I'll give my prediction. You do your thing. So anyway, yeah. Hey. We're just living life, baby. We're not professionals here. That's why, whatever. I want the Knights to win, but man, the Panthers were just so dominant, and I think just for the sake of argument, I'm gonna just say, all right, the Panthers are gonna win in 6. Although I'll say I want the Knights to win. I mean, regardless, I'm excited about the fact that a new team is going to get to hoist the cup. I mean, that the cup is the greatest trophy in sports, bar none. I mean, NFL guys say it, NHL guys say it, NBA guys say it. I know there's arguments about the NFL's Lombardi Trophy, which I agree is pretty awesome, but there is nothing like the cup. And the fact that brand new team is going to be bringing it home this year is just cool. Bottom line, I don't care if you don't even care about hockey. The fact that a new organization is going to bring home the greatest trophy in sports, I don't know. That I get nostalgic before there's nostalgia. I create it where it isn't, but I think that it's pretty darn cool. I'm excited for it. Regardless, I just am bummed that we have to wait all the way to Saturday. That's way too long. I can't.
So, yeah, okay.
There you go. Now I can hear you.
All right, I'm back. So yeah, my prediction: Vegas in 6, winning it in Florida, in front of the Florida fans. My opinion: Florida, the state of Florida, has seen enough of the Stanley Cup. I want it to go to Vegas. Vegas was last year their inaugural season, 2017, 2018. There's only 6 guys left on that original team that are on Vegas right now on their roster. So I think for those guys,
is Stoner one
special.
of
them? Stoney is one of them.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So
and then
well,
Florida hasn't been there since '94.
I actually took, just so you know, just for the sake of argument, I said, all right, well, I'll take Florida in 6 then, but I have no basis for that argument really, other than the fact that they just absolutely dominated the Hurricanes. But and the fact that they've got a ton of rest, but I want the Vegas Knights to win it. I mean, I just do. I want the Vegas Knights to win it, but I just said, what the heck? I'll go for the other team in 6 then.
And you might not be wrong. It's like I said, it's going to be a dogfight. It could even go 7 games. I just, the way Florida is playing is unreal.
Yeah.
If you went back to the old seeding, like I said, they'd be the 8th seed. And they've already knocked off the number 1 in the East, and they're on a roll.
Yeah. I mean, they've done at least lately in pretty dominant fashion. So, yeah, look out, man. But there is the argument to be made that too much rest is a bad thing during this time. Now, you have played hockey your entire life. I don't know how many times rest has become a factor in a playoff situation for you, but what's your personal opinion on the rest situation? Is it going to be beneficial?
I think for the duration of the playoffs and this series, I think the rest is a little beneficial to Florida just because they're not as beat up. But then again, you got to argue, like you just said, Vegas has got momentum. They're in game mode already, as where Florida's kind of been kicking back, like, who are we going to play? Who are we going to play? Who do we got to prepare for? Where Vegas, they know if they win, they're playing Florida.
So how long do fresh legs last? Okay, so basically what it comes down to is the injuries are going to be healed a little bit better. Well, maybe quite a bit better because Florida's been resting for a while, and their legs are going to be fresher. But how long does that last? I mean, is that 2 games and now our fresh legs, we're right there with everybody else? Or are they going to have fresh legs that are going to last 4 games? How's that go?
I mean, this is the cup, man. They could have fresh legs that last 45 seconds.
Yeah.
They go out and they got that adrenaline pumping again where Vegas hasn't come off the adrenaline yet, so it could be a huge adrenaline dump the first game, and then they, have to reset and go back at it. the fresh legs, it's hard to say. When I played, I I didn't ever like to rest. I like to stay in the momentum, in the movement, in the game mode. I didn't like long rests in between games. But that's just me. They're playing at a much more elite level than I did. So to
But
them,
it's, I mean,
they
same
might need that.
principles though, I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, don't discount what you did, bro. You played, I
Oh
mean,
no.
when you were playing for the Kootenai Colts, what level was that?
So it was the NORPAC. It was Junior B. Um, that's when like the whole Western states and everything went to Junior B. So some argue that it was Junior A because they are a Junior A organization now, and they were before. It's for whatever reason they decided to go to Junior B. So it was junior hockey. I wasn't getting paid or nothing, but it was. Let me tell you, it was fun.
Yeah, I remember going to a couple of your games, man. And
It was a blast.
now with hockey, the thing here's something with hockey: the trip is just as good as the game. Like the just getting on the road with a hockey team is a good time. It can be
Oh
crazy.
yeah.
It can be crazy. It can be crazy.
Yeah.
But a hockey team on the road is a good time, man. And you guys, was Kootenai where your home ice was in Canada?
No, that was when I was in high school.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
we played in the Canadian League.
Yeah, I just remember, holy cow, that place stunk, man.
Oh man,
Yellow
that's the
water,
coldest I've
smelled
ever
like
been, dude.
fish.
Uh,
You're the
Kincaid, Saskatchewan.
Yeah, man, that place was unique. The hotel rooms were on top of the bar. So, hey, if
Oh
you
yeah.
were planning on going to sleep before 2 a.m., it wasn't going to happen because it was
All right.
underneath your bed all night. Dude, like I said, the trips are just as good as the games when it comes to hockey. And eventually you
Now I
get,
remember.
man,
I remember we went to nationals. So from Spokane, Washington to Blaine, Minnesota, 27 hours on a bus. It was brutal. But again, like I said, we had so much fun on the bus. But then there's times where just like, "Ugh." But yeah, it was
what's up,
fun, man.
Butters?
Hi.
Hey, Butters is joining us.
Hi. Hey,
What's
Uncle
up, dude?
David. I saw
How you doing?
I saw you on the show out there.
Oh, we got a watcher.
Yeah, Mom's watching.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And
Nice.
I figured I might as well come in and say hi.
Well, you're awesome. I'm
Yeah,
glad
what's
you
up,
came in and
dude?
said, hey.
Yeah, I'm gonna play Daymare. So
Daymare.
Well,
Welcome.
hey, while
Zombie
you're
game.
while you're
Wait.
here, while you're here,
Go ahead.
while you're here, man, who do you think's gonna win the Stanley Cup?
It's the Vegas Golden Knights against Florida Panthers. Now, the Vegas Golden Knights just beat our team, who is the Dallas Stars. They just beat them. But Florida Panthers have been resting for quite a while.
And I mean it is Florida too. Like but I think
He's got a
might
point.
have it.
Who?
There
I
you
think
go.
Vegas. I think
All right.
Vegas.
There you go.
I like it. I want
You heard it-
Vegas.
you heard it
I
here
love it.
first, folks.
Hey, how about that? A little visitation by Butters. Thanks for stopping by.
Love you.
He says, love you, boy. Love you, boy.
You did?
Be good. Awesome. That was so cool. I'm glad he did that. That was way cool. That was unexpected. Totally unexpected. I dig it. All right. So we got 2 that say the Knights are going to win it. We got 3 that say we want the Knights to win it. Let's go Knights, right? So anything else do you have for us, sir? I have plenty of news that I could share. I don't have any more Stanley Cup news, but I do have some rather cool news. I think I tore like my ACL or MCL on my knee doing like nothing.
Man, that hurts.
I literally think I tore it the other day, or at least sprained it, which is a partial tear. But yeah, and the event that caused it, well, I haven't made up that story yet. So anyway.
Next week, folks.
Yeah, old age, man, I tell you what. So anyway, well, cool. Yeah, we're going to try to, hop on a couple more times. Ideally, it would be cool to be able to jump on before every game, after every game, whatever. But fact of the matter is, this dude has got trains to conduct and to engineer and to do whatever else you do, bottom train stuff. The dude's a railroad
Train
dude.
stuff.
He's one of those guys, and so he's got a job. I got a job. Unfortunately, this does not pay any bills right now. So send us money.
Keyword right now.
Yeah, send us money. Send us money. Anyway, awesome, dude. Okay, well then I guess we're gonna bail and get out of here. I'm gonna push us to our credits, which actually we have a commercial which plays now at the beginning of our credits, which is pretty awesome because we are sponsored by QB54, the game
QB54.
before the game.
The game before the game.
Yes,
Go
by
on,
the
get
way,
it, folks.
This video was put together by my my son Landon and a team, which includes Sam. Sam knows who he is. He is awesome. We appreciate Sam. We appreciate everybody who actually put this thing together. But yeah, they made a little commercial for QB54 that now plays before our credits go. So we'll let that go. Some music will show up. Read our credits. Give us money. Whatever else. I don't know. No, I'm kidding about the money thing. But seriously, send us money. All right, dude. I'm beating a dead horse. I'm out of here. All right, you guys are the best. We love you, and let's do it, man. Let's hit this button. See ya.